The World Series of Warzone finals are wrapping up this week on the 6th and the 7th for both EU and North America. And with this kind of being the end of Caldera, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to look at who are the best teams currently within Warzone. If you missed out on the qualifiers, they were super competitive matches with an overall lobby strength of a 4.19. So these are super competitive players going up against each other at the highest level. And if you'd like to see the teams I'm talking about compete live, you can go to check out twitch.tv/Call of Duty, and they will be competing on September 6th and 7th. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the honorable mention, and that's going to be OP Mark, Shaded Step, and Yeet. And this group has been grinding leaderboard wins since the beginning, so they have the chemistry. It's just a matter of meshing it all together and executing on the day because they don't really compete in these timed kill races. Their overall earnings are a little bit lower than you'd expect, but at the end of the day, they are able to clutch up, and they were able to pull off a win in that 4.19 KD lobby. At the 8th spot, it's going to be Brawlic, Exact, and Jace, and this is a team that's been playing for a little bit, more Brawlic and Exact for a while, and they have instant chemistry from the beginning, and they've even won tourneys in the past, and they've brought on Jace, which is kind of one of those wager grinders that's been at it for a little bit, so I expect them to do really well. I watched them quite a bit in the qualifier, and they were able to pull off one of the clutchest wins in the entire tournament. I expect them to continue that success in the finals. Next up at that 7th place spot might offend some people is Jukies, and it's really splitting hairs at this point. I think the top 5 or so are pretty much almost tied there. So it's no disrespect to Jukies. He knows I respect his game and the team he selected. They have a lot of success, and I expect them to dominate and probably win the EU section of the tourney. Next up at number 6 is Team Aiden with Inveiled and Z-Smith, and you can see that Aiden has picked a couple of hardcore grinders when it comes to tournaments that have competed well in customs as well as 2v2 tournaments and time kill races. So I expect them to do very well, but again, it's like splitting hairs between these teams. You could slide one up and down just based off their resumes. So next team at number 5 is going to be Diaz, Biffle, Super Evan, and Repulse. And you can see right there, Repulse hasn't competed in many Caldera tournaments this year. Then you got Diaz, Biffle, regarded as one of the best players in all of Warzone, along with Super Evan, which is right there with him. It makes for a very disgusting team, so I expect them to do very well, especially in the kill category, because that is a huge part of placement. Next up at number 4 might surprise a lot of you guys, because this is going to be Skullface, Hisoka, and Mayapo, and this is a team that has been dominating Caldera. As you can see by those earnings, they do incredibly well, and this is the team that managed to put up the most points out of the entire qualifier, so I expect them to continue that performance going into the finals. The next 3 teams are basically super team. In this one, we have FIFA Kills, Breadman, and Jowo, and when you're looking at this team, if Jowo is your weakest link out of this group, you are in a good spot, because these guys are absolute demons on Caldera. Breadman, I think, has the highest KD in all of Caldera among all the top players, and you can see him here winning the Optic Solo YOLO against FIFA, getting 2nd place. So I would imagine they're going to perform very well. You can see their earnings are way up there, and these guys are well respected in the community, think smart, can play well as a team, and I think they even traveled to be at the exact same location for this tournament, which is pretty interesting. So they're all in on winning the World Series of Warzone. At number 2, we have Huskers, Scummin, and Unrational. This is definitely a demon squad. Huskers has made a name for himself in other first-person shooters, but has continued to dominate, and Huskers is someone who's already won back-to-back World Series of Warzone, so I expect him to perform very well, keep the group together. Scummin has been a natural demon. You can see by his earnings, he is near the top of the list, and Unrational is just that X factor that will do the most unexpected thing to clutch up the game. So all in all, I expect them to be in the top of the list. And I don't think anyone saw this as a shocker, but this is Team Tommy, Almond, and Noobs. These are the top 3 earners in all of Caldera, which is kind of crazy. They've continued to dominate with the level of consistency they have. So just by plain logic, there's no doubt that these guys are going to be toward the top because of their in-game decision-making, teamwork, and the ability to act like they've been there before, because they have. So let me know who you're going to be on the lookout for when it comes to World Series of Warzone. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.